Hello everybody and welcome to Uprising 144K. I'm Hydrogen Man. Okay guys, as you know, I'm not going to give you any medical advice. I'm certainly not making any medical claims, and everything today are the opinions of the speaker and should not be construed as claim for or against any product or products. Guys, I have a extremely amazing, like a lot of these testimonials lately. Before I even say it, I think it really is important to note, I've been getting a lot of messages from people actually who are using like these little bottles and hydrogen tablets and actually even other inferior equipment. There's actually a healing center that I've been in contact with who was using the wrong type of hydrogen, not seeing results. They saw my videos and they're like, why isn't it happening? And anyway, they started using better equipment and the results were unbelievable. And here's another one. So I'm going to share with you guys an email that I received here. Okay. And this lady is almost 100 years old. Okay. And basically what it says, hello, Greg, the hydrogen man. I have miraculous results to share with you. It's truly unbelievable. And let's see here. I'm just going to kind of skim through some of the stuff. It says, oh yeah, this is what she's writing. You know how doctors can be hesitant about taking someone with all sorts of back history of heart disease, because this particular person had a lot of heart disease, which, by the way, also went away with the proper protocol, the proper hydrogen. I have a lot of information about that, actually. If you guys want to know more, comment below, because I've been learning more. I've been studying in Japan a lot about hydrogen production. I am actually officially a hydrogen production specialist. Everybody only talks about the science of hydrogen. They don't talk about how you make it as far as being important, how it matters. I've been learning a lot about that. So she continues to say here, how a doctor is basically hesitant of taking somebody off of certain pharmaceuticals because they have been on these pharmaceuticals for almost 40 years, guys. So it's very unusual as you age to all of a sudden improve to get off of pharmaceuticals. Usually conditions get worse and you become more dependent on them. That's actually something that's very common. So make sure to share this video because this is unbelievable. And by the way, this is not the first time. I've been doing this for a lot of years and I've seen this a lot, but not for somebody who's almost 100 years old. So this is crazy. So anyway, it says they were concerned about taking this person off the medications. And it says, and because of my new heart health, because again, the heart disease went away, just like my heart disease. Remember, I was told I needed surgery and mine went away with my protocols and the proper hydrogen. Because I had also tried Kangen. I'd also tried the little hydrogen bottles, like this stuff, in the hydrogen tablets. Oh, those were one of the worst for me. I even tried Brown's gas, believe it or not. Horrible. It actually made me sick. Okay, so those were my experiences. Okay, so then it says there's particular issues with blood pressure as far as this particular person and their heart disease, and they were trying to make sure to control the blood pressure. And they basically, the doctor continued to lower the medication to a point where they're like, you really shouldn't even be on this stuff because you don't need it. And if you don't need to be on blood pressure medication, it could potentially be bad because it'll lower your blood pressure too much. Okay, so then she says she was on 2.5 milligrams of lisinopril twice a day. So that was the medication. And then it says her family physician was reluctant. They were even reluctant to cut it in half. So a lot of my protocols cause people to have to slowly. It's not like just one day to the next. So they were already having to cut it in half and they were worried about that already. They're like, geez, we don't really want to take you off this stuff because we thought you needed it, but clearly we see that you're getting better. And then it says, so shortly after that, the cardiologist, so the heart doctor, had to basically take her off completely off the medication. So this is a really big deal. And and let's see here, she says the blood pressure is totally normal now. And I've worked with a lot of people in regards to this. And then she writes, this is truly a miracle, as she has been on blood pressure medication for almost 40 years, guys. This is so insane. Do you have any idea how many people are on blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication? Even Trump, actually, there was a report, I believe he's on cholesterol and blood pressure medication. This is extremely common. So this is unbelievable. And then let's see, she says people that she knows, including family members. Well, this is a big deal for any of you guys, you know how much your family is involved in your life, and friends they're all amazed. That's what they're writing, because their family's all involved in this. Truly amazed. They don't even know what to think. Even the doctor doesn't know what to think. They're like, this is shouldn't be possible. What's going on here? Where did you learn about this? And of course, usually the response is, there's a guy on YouTube. And they're like, what? I remember one doctor was like, this is worthy of a Nobel Prize. It was so hilarious because he couldn't believe the things that I've been able to accomplish. In fact, you guys are probably going to see new information coming up soon, because there is a very famous UCLA doctor who's very amazed by the things that I'm doing. And he wants to learn more about what I've been doing. So and he's not the only one, actually. There's actually 3 UCLA doctors and scientists who are very interesting in these things that I've been doing, because the results are incredible. I can't take credit, just so you guys know. The Japanese are the ones who really created the equipment, but I have created a lot of the protocols. So anyway, that being said, let's just keep going with the testimonial. She says, so I've been extremely busy, but plan on sharing this information. She wants to maybe even potentially make videos, because she's like, this is the real deal. And then she just says, thank you again for all that you do. God bless you. And that's it, guys. I just wanted to share this information with you. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to share, subscribe. It's all free, guys. And only through you guys can we really get the information out there. I just think this is super important. As you guys know, I don't have a ton of backing. There's, nobody's really supporting what I'm doing. There's not a ton of money in it, obviously, which is why usually when there's more money in something, you're going to see it all over the place. My channel is really small. And so you guys are the ones who ultimately make the difference, and I'm trying to do my part too. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for sharing, and I sincerely hope that this helps people out there in the world who are suffering or dependent on certain, drugs or whatnot. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time on the next one.